Like the conference finals have been exhilarating. Like last night, the Minnesota Timberwolves couldn't do anything to defend Oklahoma City, and we got a 128 to 126 final, which you don't see often in this point of the NBA. Both those teams were just scoring at will last night. SGA had probably the quietest 40-point near triple-double I think I've ever seen. Lou Dort's out there diving at ACLs, trying to take folks out, going for loose balls.
Always.
Mike Conley is out there blocking Jalen Williams. Like, just what an epic game last night. And then the Eastern Conference Final series between the Knicks and the Pacers is just chef's kiss. Like, that's high leverage basketball. We get another iteration of that tonight at 7. Drew, high level thoughts.
Yeah.
Let's start with the Western Conference Finals. Let's start there. Thunder T-Wolves. Thunders took a 3-1 lead last night. What are your thoughts on that series?
This is kind of what I told you would happen. Mm-hmm. I told you that Oklahoma City wasn't going to boat race them the whole series, and they haven't. You know, did I expect Minnesota to have a 40-point win in Game 3 at home? No. But if the lower seeded team is ever going to win a game, it's going to be Game 3. Mm-hmm. And you were saying 4 or 5. You were saying 4, maybe 5. Mm-hmm. I was saying 5, but more likely 6. And baked into that assumption was I thought they would win Game 3, and I thought Game 4 would be competitive. And you saw that Minnesota was extremely competitive. It was what ended up being a 4-point loss in which Ant had 14 points, was just really not a factor offensively at all.
I don't understand his aversion to shooting in high level games. Like, this is not the first time. He had his first field goal attempt at the start of the second quarter. He didn't even take a shot in the first quarter. They had 7 turnovers in the first quarter, and Ant not shooting. The fact that they came back and only lost by 2 is a testament to their bench, where they got 74 points out of DiVincenzo and Naz Reid. You got 74 points out of those dudes. That's the only reason they were in that game.
It's not a good recipe, if we're being honest, for
not to beat
winning
Oklahoma
this series. Not when you're going back on the road now down 3-1. Yeah, you can't have your 3 best players be 3 role guys. And that's the best you can say about DiVincenzo. That's just not a good recipe to win this series, and it probably ends in 5. But this series has been fun after the first 2 games, and this is what I expected out of Minnesota. Is Minnesota capable of beating Oklahoma City in a 7-game series? Probably not, but they are not a fluke, and they are a good basketball team that I thought would throw some good punches, and you saw that in their last 2 games. They came out on the wrong end last night, but who doesn't come out on the wrong end of hard-fought games against Oklahoma City?
Right.
Most times the other team, you know?
Right. And I'm over the Nickeil Alexander-Walker SGA kind of storyline. Did you know they were cousins? I don't know if you watched the game last night, but did you know they were cousins? Because if they said it once, they said it 11 times last night. But they're having more success with Jaden McDaniels guarding him. And so I don't understand why you continue to watch the what is it called? Patricide, where family killing family, where SGA is out there just cooking.
Patricide is when you kill your father. But
there's something like that. I don't know. Again, you don't come here for the brains, right? You come here for the sports sake. I don't know why you don't leave Jaden McDaniels on him. But the other thing we got to talk about is Julius Randle coming back down to earth in a cataclysmic style. 5 points, 7 boards last night, was virtually unplayable at points, just could not get anything going. And it's like we talked about, if it stayed in a half-court type game, he can play. But last night was a bit more back and forth, teams that like to get out and transition, and Julius Randle was the Julius Randle that we've come to know and love.
Listen, Oklahoma City won that game in which they filtered everything to anybody other than Anthony Edwards. Mm-hmm. And, yes, Naz Reid and DiVincenzo and Nickeil Alexander-Walker had fine games, but Julius Randle was awful, and
shout out Courtney Kinslayer. I like it.
Could not do it.
Yeah.
And so Oklahoma City, it should not have been as close as it was.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
I mean, if you get 40 from SGA, you get 34 from Jalen Williams and 21 from Chet. This is back-to-back game. This is 2 games in this playoffs where Chet has stepped up in a big way in a game that puts them kind of ahead for good. He had 21 and 7 last night. Jalen Williams, 34 points. They were leaving him wide. He was burying wide open shots, and Minnesota never figured out, hey, maybe we should guard that guy. because he just kept getting wide open looks. And, I said 4, possibly 5. I think my 5 prediction is going to be right. This Thunder team, I don't know that Minnesota has enough, lead in their pencil, whatever you want to say, to go to Oklahoma City and win this next game.
Yeah, I think the odds are stacked against them, obviously, but they're capable of it. We'll just see what happens. I think more likely than not, though, Oklahoma City's getting another long rest before a NBA Finals appearance
against either the Indiana Pacers or the New York Knicks, who played tonight. Pacers are up 2-1. This is game 4 at the Fieldhouse there in Indy. This series, this has been nothing short of electric playoff basketball. Exactly what you want. 2 teams going toe-to-toe, throwing haymakers, and it coming down to the wire. Drew, this has been fun playoff basketball. Tonight doesn't look to be any different. The last game, what was that, Sunday night? We had the big Cat game. Cat coming out, having a monster game for him, 24-15.
Cat.
He's never beaten the allegations. If you watch some of those passes where it's like he's protecting his nail paint, like he's Jared McCain. But you got a great game from him. Brunson got his buckets, but this has been an absolute incredible series to watch. And I think tonight will be the same.
You know what they say, the series doesn't start till the home team wins a game. So, the home teams are 0-3 this series. It's been, like you said, it's hard to even just talk about what should or shouldn't happen or what you should do from either team. Just sit back and enjoy it. It has been electric basketball. On 2 occasions in this playoffs, have me and my son ran around in circles in our house, and it's both because of Halliburton making outrageous game-tying or game-winning shots. Yeah. And so, I'm all in on Halliburton. I'm all in on the Indiana Pacers. Mm-hmm. I'm all in on this series going 7.
Yes, please.
And please, I cannot. I cannot wait for this game tonight. Like you said, 7:00. It's just perfect. I can't wait.
Reggie Miller's done an awesome job calling these games. Hallie's dad, as King makes point, Hallie's dad is going to be in the building tonight. There's just going to be a lot of storylines here. These teams don't like each other. They play hard. They're in each other's face. It's very chippy. Jalen Brunson's trying to doing everything he can to draw fouls. This Pacers team is hard not to root for. If you're a fan of a small market like we are, it's a team that's doing it the right way, right? They've got a ton of role players around their one superstar, and I use that kind of loosely to describe Tyrese Halliburton, but they're playing great team-oriented basketball. They play a ton of minutes. Carlisle's a guy who plays 8-9 dudes against Thibodeau, who typically only plays 6 or 7, it's 2 big contrasting styles, but it's fun watching role players like Nembhard and Nesmith and Obi Toppin and even Pascal Siakam to a degree to step in and be those dudes on a small market basketball team. It gives me hope, Drew. It gives me hope that we can do that here in Memphis.
Oh, I've got hope. We're going to do it. I'm back. I'm back, baby.
Let's go. It's all we needed was a break. We just needed a couple weeks off, and we're fully in, all in on the Grizzlies. Next year is our year.
I can still feel the scars, but there's just no point in being miserable.
That's it.
Man. I'm just choosing to believe.